In this video, I'm going to show you solo mining that can actually hit in your lifetime. If solo mining Bitcoin is like a lottery ticket, then solo mining Bitcoin Cash is simply a more realistic solo mining experiment. And good news, your Bitcoin solo miners, they can also solo mine Bitcoin Cash because the two cryptocurrencies share the same foundational SHA-256 algorithm. So in this video, I'm going to show you why it might be worth considering moving your solo miners over to Bitcoin Cash instead. Then we'll talk about what Bitcoin Cash even is as a cryptocurrency. And as we wrap up this video, I'm going to show you how to actually get set up and mining Bitcoin Cash. So where we want to start is with this NerdOctaxe. It is our example miner for this video. It does 9.6 terahash per second for 200 watts. It's really quiet, really efficient. I have a full video on it if you want to check it out. I'll leave it linked up in the card above. And to get started from there, we're going to go take a look at solochance.org as we start doing some comparisons between Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin is selected first, and we're going to put in the 9.6 terahash that this machine does, and we're going to pay attention to two data points here. The first is the block reward in USD for Bitcoin, $246,000. Quite an amazing payout should you hit a Bitcoin block. And the chance that this NerdOctaxe could actually do that per year is 1 in 1,799 chance. Said a different way, if everything stayed the same, Bitcoin network hash rate, Bitcoin network difficulty, this NerdOctaxe would hit a Bitcoin block on average every 1,799 years. Astronomical odds. Not going to happen in my lifetime, right? This is why this is the lottery play. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin Cash as a comparison here. So let's say calculate on that same 9.6 terahash, and we'll look at those same data points. The first is the block reward in USD for Bitcoin Cash is $1,679. Much different of the block reward. Still, that would be great, right? To be great for this machine to bring home that money. But man, not quite as great, not even close to as great as that Bitcoin block reward payout in USD. But we should also pay attention to this. What are the odds? What are the odds I could get this Bitcoin Cash payout? Well, it's 1 in 13 per year. So this actual NerdOctaxe right here, on average, should hit a Bitcoin Cash block every 13 years. That feels much more reasonable that I could get even luckier and perhaps hit it on a smaller time frame, walking away with about $1,700 in USD. I think that's really important to look at. Now, we can take this a step further here because if you're like me, you don't have just one solo miner at home. And actually, with the ones I have on right now, which there's some offline, I have about 70 terahash solo mining Bitcoin. So let's take a look at that, because if you're like me, you got a small farm of these things. So we got 70 terahash. We're back on Bitcoin. We see that block reward is $246,000, and the chance per year is 1 in 247. So every 247 years, if everything stayed the same, I would hit that block reward of, again, $246,000. But let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash instead. So go over there, same 70 terahash is in there. And we're going to scroll down, looking at that block reward again in USD, much lower, $1,679. But look at this, my chance per year is now 1 in 2. So every 2 years, if everything stayed the same, I would get paid almost $1,700. And that is really cool to see. And let's just say I went up here, maybe I just doubled my farm and I just kept adding solo miners to it because I'm addicted and I love doing this stuff. Well, now it's per month 1 in 11 chance. I'm now under a year. So I will hit a block. On average, I should statistically hit a block every year, but okay, well, let's maybe go and say I have 500 terahash solo mining Bitcoin Cash. Well, now I'm in every 3 months, I should hit a block and take home that amount. But then we're probably getting to territory where I'm doing some damage on my electrical bill. So we're just going to stay around that 70 terahash as our example, these small, really efficient, low power miners give me again that chance of every 2 years I should hit a block, and maybe I get luckier and I can hit that even sooner, pay off some of this equipment, and then move over to Bitcoin and just play the lottery ticket. But you can see how it's tempting to see if I give myself a better chance and be okay taking a lower payout, even though I'm still talking, thousands of dollars worth of money. But what even is Bitcoin Cash? And if you haven't been involved in Bitcoin and crypto for a while, you might not know its history. So let's break that down right now. Bitcoin Cash forked from Bitcoin in 2017 over a disagreement around how to scale Bitcoin. Everybody agreed that Bitcoin had been successful, and with that success brought usage of its network in the form of transactions. The problem was this: Bitcoin's block size is limited, which caps the amount of transactions that can fit within a block. So as the network got congested, it became slow and fees spiked dramatically. So Bitcoin got known as a slow, expensive network to use, very far away from what it was called in the white paper of a peer-to-peer electronic cash. How could it ever be cash if it's slow and expensive to use? And this is where the civil war started within Bitcoin, was how to solve this problem. On one side it was, we can't change Bitcoin, we can't change its rules, but we can look to solve this off-chain another way. On the other side it was, we need to change Bitcoin's rules and evolve Bitcoin to solve this on-chain. And ultimately, there was no consensus. All parties disagreed, which resulted in a fork in 2017 of Bitcoin Cash. Whereas Bitcoin continues to function more like digital gold and later solved some of these issues with SegWit and the Lightning Network, Bitcoin Cash became focused more on peer-to-peer electronic cash as it upped the block sizes of Bitcoin to include more transactions. Now that you've got your history lesson, let me show you how to solo mine Bitcoin Cash. Now, the first thing you need is a platform that's going to connect you to the Bitcoin Cash network for solo mining. And if you go on miningpoolstash.stream, you can see quite a list of them here. And what you're looking for is any of the ones that include solo in the name or in the pool fee section. It'll let you know that they offer solo mining. So the one that I've decided to test out is going to be solopool.org. So that's where we're going to start. So let's click on Start Mining. And we're going to choose an ASIC because that's what I have. I'm over in the USA here, and I'm going to use the information for low-end hardware. So let's go ahead and copy in this pool server, and we're going to put it into the NerdOctaxe dashboard. We're going to go to Settings, and we're just going to change this Stratum host over to solopool.org. We're going to go check on that Stratum port that I need to use, and we're just going to copy that one right over there. Now, the next thing that I need is a Bitcoin Cash address to put in my username. And I still think the easiest way to do this is just to sign up for a Coinbase account, or if you have one already, I'll show you where to do this. Cold storage is always recommended, but at least to get an address and get going, this is a great way to do it. So I'm going to go down to Receive Crypto. I'm going to type in Bitcoin Cash here. And then all I have to do is click on copy because I just got a receiving address, which is where the solo pool will pay me out should I hit that Bitcoin Cash block. So let's go put that over into the NerdOctaxe here. So I'm just going to replace my Bitcoin address with that one, and I'm going to keep my worker name on the end of NerdOctaxe. And let's just go ahead and save this. And now what we should see happen is it show up on the pool shortly here. So we're going to search my wallet address, but this might take a few minutes. Let's see what we get. Nothing found yet. I'll give this a few minutes and we're going to check in. It's been a few minutes. My worker has shown up on the pool. If I scroll down, you can see NerdOctaxe right there. Hash rate is still updating because I've only submitted 4 valid shares over to the pool in this short amount of time. That will reflect 9.6 terahash shortly. As I scroll up, I can just monitor the worker here, monitor my personal luck score, and just allow this to mine Bitcoin Cash in the hopes that I can get paid sooner, and perhaps I get even luckier as I add more hash rate over to this. I'm curious to know your thoughts on this. Is it worth just going all out lottery style for Bitcoin, or are you considering this more realistic solo mining play and shifting over your solo miners to Bitcoin Cash? Please let me know down in the comment section along with any questions that you might have. And again, if you want to check out this full video on this NerdOctaxe, I'm going to leave that linked on the screen right here for you to check out. And if you need some help overclocking your NerdAxes or your BitAxe, I'm going to have an overclocking video for you right here so you can get the absolute most performance to give you the best chances of hitting a block out of your BitAxes or NerdAxes. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you in one of those videos.